Megan Thee Stallion went from being an internet sensation during the lockdown as she served us songs like Savage and then the remix with Beyonce. Her bright personality, her sense of humor, and most importantly, her raw talent got her on everybody's playlist. However, things started to go awry at the turn of 2021 when people started treating Megan Thee Stallion like an outcast and making her feel like she didn't deserve a seat at their table. Many celebrities have unfollowed her since her issues started, and now we're wondering, why is Megan Thee Stallion so hated in the industry? Is she guilty of any of the allegations against her? Or is this just a way for people to bring down her career? Megan Thee Stallion was born on February 15, 1995 in San Antonio, Texas, where she grew up with her mother, Holly Thomas. Holly was a sweet woman who did anything to give her child the best life, but also never hesitated in pursuing her own dreams. Right from when Megan was born, her mother, Holly, was rapping. She rapped under the stage name Hollywood, and instead of dropping Megan off at daycare, she would take her to performances. So before Megan could speak, she already knew a lot about rap just by being where her mother performed. When Megan Thee Stallion got into high school, she started developing an interest in rap. After writing lyrics, she shared them with her mother. Who else was going to give her guidance on how to perfect her craft? However, Holly didn't seem cool with the idea that Megan Thee Stallion wanted to be a rapper at such a young age. So she made Megan promise not to pursue a career in rap until she turned 21. Also, Holly noticed that Megan's lyrics were sexually suggestive for a high schooler, so she advised her to work on it, and it's obvious that Megan didn't listen. Megan may have promised her mother to stay away from rap until she was older, but it didn't stop her from getting in rap battles while in freshman year of college. In fact, Megan Thee Stallion went viral after a rap battle that she was involved in went viral. Before then, she posted freestyles of her rap on social media, and when that rap battle went viral, it got people focused on her. The publicity got her name out to a larger audience, which presented so many opportunities to her. But she had to make a choice between school and music. If she was going to pursue her education, there's no way she would be able to keep up with her music career, especially since it was sure that she would be making public appearances. So she chose music over school, and that was one of the best decisions she could make. Megan Thee Stallion spent most of 2016 and 17 creating music that she liked to find her target audience. She started by releasing the 2016 single Like a Stallion. The song was partially successful, but good enough for her to release a SoundCloud exclusive mixtape, Rich Ratchet. If there was anything that Megan Thee Stallion was going to be known for at the start of her career, it was the fact that she was proud of the Black culture and always leaned into it. In 2017, she released another SoundCloud exclusive mixtape called Megan Mix, which really helped to get her name out there. Although she was dropping songs back to back, Megan Thee Stallion did not get her attention-inducing song until September 2017, when she released her commercial solo debut EP called Make It Hot. The song, Last Week in HTX, that was on the EP went viral and garnered the attention of international music stars. With her newfound fame, Megan Thee Stallion decided to audition to be on Love and Hip Hop Houston, and she got the role. But we never saw her on the show because it was canceled. But when one door closes, another one opens. In early 2018, Megan got the opportunity to sign a record deal with 1501 Certified Entertainment, which was an independent label. The good thing about independent labels is that you're not bound to a big company that will work you till you lose inspiration. Anyway, Megan Thee Stallion became the first female rapper to join the label, and to welcome her, she performed at South by Southwest Festival in March 2018. She had built her career single-handedly for over a year. It was now time for her to let the label do their job while she did hers, which was to create music. In June of that same year, she released her first EP under the label called Tina Snow. Tina Snow was her alter ego, who Megan described as a more raw version of herself. The songs on the EP were well received by critics, although one from Pitchfork decided to highlight the sensual nature of the songs. In an interview after the song came out, Megan let the world know that she wasn't scared of singing about sexuality, and really, what's there to be ashamed of? According to the Pitchfork critic, she provided plenty of freak anthems with quotable lyrics to wield against ain't men. While it's just criticism, there were subtle tones of shame. So Megan let them know that not only is she not ashamed to sing about sexuality, she's also not boxed in the intelligent or freak dichotomy. Later in November 2018, she signed with 300 Entertainment while still under 1501. The rapper was taking positive strides in the right direction, ensuring that anyone that cared heard her music, and if signing under 2 labels could do the trick, then nothing was stopping her. Although Megan Thee Stallion was loved, she didn't start getting the actual recognition she deserved until 2019, when she released Hot Girl Summer with Nicki Minaj. Her friendship with Nicki Minaj started when Nicki joined Megan's IG Live in 2019, before Hot Girl Summer was released. Nicki Minaj didn't really have plans to hop on the track, but when she heard it, she started writing her verse that same night, and that's when they decided to work together. In August 2019, they linked up for the music video, which came out amazing. Nicki and Megan were showing people what a hot summer with 2 women and all their worries behind them would look like. They were presenting themselves a symbol of feminine friendship, and it was interesting to see until 2020. The women's part of the rap industry was always a hot topic for blogs as they worked to pit these women against each other. The 2 main names that new female rappers wanted to work with were Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. But working with one above the other could lead to hate from the ignored fan base, and that was something that Megan Thee Stallion was willing to risk. In 2020, Megan Thee Stallion collaborated with Cardi B to create WAP, one of the hottest songs during and after the lockdown, with its direct and incredibly sensual lyrics. Fans expected Nicki Minaj to get angry at Megan Thee Stallion for rubbing shoulders with the enemy, but Nicki Minaj only showed nothing but love. A year after WAP was released, Megan went back to college to get her degree, and Nicki Minaj congratulated her during an interview. Nicki Minaj let the world know that Megan Thee Stallion was representing women worldwide by showing people that women could be fun and smart at the same time. It was obvious that Nicki Minaj wasn't going to congratulate her for singing with Cardi B or even vibe to the song, but Nicki Minaj was still being openly supportive of Megan. But people wanted smoke between Megan and Nicki Minaj because Megan worked with Cardi B. While on Chicago's 107.5 WGCI in 2020, the interviewers started asking strange questions, trying to pry into Megan's relationship with Nicki Minaj. Megan Thee Stallion let them know she's an artist and is free to work with whoever she wants, regardless of her personal relationship with any artist. Well, she wasn't wrong because limiting herself to working with certain people because of beef that doesn't concern her is not a wise decision. Her career would be stunted and she would always have to be on the bad side of many people, which would be a fast way to get her out of the industry. Maybe not inheriting beef could have bad effects because in January 2021, Nicki Minaj unfollowed Megan Thee Stallion on Instagram and Megan didn't waste time in returning the favor. It was obvious that they had problems, but nobody knew why. Well, not until Nicki Minaj started taking shots at Megan. Nicki Minaj released Seeing Green in May 2021 and fired shots at Megan with the line, "One margarita pizza with Parmesan and garlic. These thirsty. I can see why they alcoholics." Nobody really understood what was going on, and neither did they suspect that Megan Thee Stallion was who Nicki was referring to until 2022. During an interview, Nicki Minaj revealed that a former friend of hers asked her to drink alcohol when she was pregnant, and when she refused, the friend told her that she could always get a new. Nicki Minaj also complained that the same friend didn't congratulate her when she posted her pregnancy. But when she said Beyonce sent her flowers, the same friend tried to send flowers too. Nicki Minaj did not mention any names, but her fans instantly started tagging Megan Thee Stallion to the post and accusing her of being the friend that Nicki was referring to. In response to the post, Megan Thee Stallion commented, "Lie," and the internet started spiraling. Fans of Nicki Minaj were angry at Megan Thee Stallion for defending herself. But when you tag a person multiple times to accuse them falsely, what do you expect? When all that went down the drain, Nicki Minaj fired more shots at Megan Thee Stallion on her 2023 track Red Ruby the Sleaze. She rapped 700 on them horses when we fixin' to leave. But I don't with horses since Christopher Reeves. It was obvious that she was making reference to Megan Thee Stallion's name by calling her a horse. Nicki's fans also believe she made fun of Megan getting shot in the foot by Tory Lanez with the line, "That 40 cal make 'em dance like a go-go." From 2021 to 2023, Nicki Minaj took steady shots at Megan, and when she responded, people were mad again. In January 2024, Megan Thee Stallion dissed Nicki in her song Hiss when she rapped, "These hoes don't be mad at Megan, these hoes mad at Megan's Law. I don't really know what the problem is, but I guarantee y'all won't want me to start. You will never finna check me. Every chance you get, bet your weak ass won't address me." Megan's Law is a United States law that requires sex offenders to register as sex offenders when they move to a new state. And Nicki Minaj's husband was a sex offender. He raped a girl at knife point when he was still a teenager, and that dark shadow never left him. When Megan dropped the Megan's Law line, fans of Nicki Minaj started defending their fave's husband and said that Megan had no right to diss Nicki's husband like that, especially since she also had a history of sleeping with domestic abusers like DaBaby. The rumors of Megan sleeping with DaBaby was never confirmed, but Nicki's husband being a sex offender was no news to anybody. In fact, the case wouldn't die down because Nicki and her husband were trying to pay the victim to change their statement, which she made years ago. When Nicki Minaj heard his, she was unhappy and ensured she showed it. For days, she dissed Megan Thee Stallion on Twitter and Instagram Live, to the point that her fans started to worry for her sanity. Finally, she dropped her own diss track called Bigfoot, and she made fun of everything possible in Megan Thee Stallion. Nicki Minaj made fun of Megan's dead mother, made fun of her height and her feet size, and also made fun of her for getting shot by Tory Lanez. But Nicki Minaj won't be the only person that has made fun of Megan Thee Stallion getting shot by Tory. In 2021, Megan and Tory were still dating and attended an event at Kylie Jenner's house. Tory Lanez seemed to have gotten into an argument while he was drunk and grabbed his gun to shoot at Megan's feet. After the shooting, Megan ended the relationship and didn't talk about it for a long time until Tory Lanez and his friends started making fun of her in their songs. The state of California arrested Tory Lanez for possessing a weapon as a convicted felon, and Megan was happy to share her story. Well, she was more sad than happy, but it must have been a relief to finally talk about something that traumatized you. During the trial, DaBaby brought Tory Lanez right on stage after Megan Thee Stallion performed at the Rolling Loud Festival. It was utter disrespect to the victim of a person's drunken actions, but these people were standing behind their own. As if that was not enough, Drake also dissed Megan in his song Circo Loco, which pushed Megan Thee Stallion over the edge. She started granting interviews to talk about the case because all those rappers were trying to bully her into staying quiet. Now, imagine Megan's pain when her former friend, Nicki Minaj, decided to make fun of her trauma. Nicki Minaj also made fun of her for being tall, as if that would make sense for a 5'10" woman to have small feet. She was leaning into harmful ideologies that have been used to mock black women for years, and as a black woman, it was an embarrassing look for her. Megan Thee Stallion didn't bother to address the diss track from Nicki Minaj, who also made fun of her for enjoying and having a dead mother. During her IG Live, Nicki Minaj claimed that Megan Thee Stallion only talked about the situation with Tory Lanez because she wanted attention and a Rihanna moment, in her words. Nicki claimed that Megan may have lied about the Tory Lanez situation just because she wanted people to pity her. But that was quite rich coming from Nicki Minaj, who grew up in a home where her father beat on her mother and even set their house on fire. Just because she wanted to be petty, Nicki Minaj was indirectly making fun of people who talk about their domestic violence experience, and that in itself was problematic. Despite all the hate from her fellow industry mates, Megan Thee Stallion did not dull her shine. It turns out people accuse Megan Thee Stallion of killing Tory Lanez's career and for bringing a black man down. But that was just them trying to play the perfect black victim card, because didn't they know Tory Lanez was a convicted felon before shooting a firearm? Why were people also suddenly paying so much attention to his race, as if this was a racially motivated arrest? If you are willing to have a weapon while you are considered a felon, be ready for everything that comes with that. Megan Thee Stallion did not even get support from her best friend at the time, Kelsey Nicole. Her best friend that was at the scene of the crime suddenly had selective amnesia and could not remember anything that happened at the scene. It was almost as if she was trying to defend Tory Lanez while throwing Megan Thee Stallion under the bus. Years after the incident, Kelsey would go on a podcast in 2024 to talk about the night Megan got shot, even though she claimed not to have remembered anything during the trial. Her behavior was suspicious, but that's her cross to bear.
But I did want to ask, is that night, the infamous night, the night that you actually found out about the betrayal?
Megan Thee Stallion has gotten trolled for her size, her trauma, and her truth. It seems like fans are saying that she doesn't look fragile enough, and she just doesn't fit their idea of what a victim should be. In fact, some people claim that Megan lied about getting shot because she was seen dancing a week after the incident. But she was grazed by the bullet and even had x-rays to prove it. Was she just supposed to put her life on hold because of what had happened? How long should she grieve getting shot before coming out in public again? Megan Thee Stallion is hated because she did not allow anyone to bully her into silence or let their sexist ideas make her feel bad. She was making strides with her life, and even if she can't quite put the past behind her, since people are always in her business, Megan Thee Stallion has been showing up for herself and her brand. In 2023, she left 1501 Certified because they were stealing her royalties. After a long legal battle, Megan and 1501 Certified reached an agreement, and she left the label. She also left 300 Entertainment so she could push herself as an independent artist, and judging by how her career is doing now, she has done a great job. Victims of violence will continue to remain silent, and perpetrators of crime will go scot-free if more people are treated like Megan Thee Stallion. The savage rapper has her flaws and is far from being perfect. However, we can't turn a blind eye to the fact that people are making fun of her for getting shot by somebody she once trusted, and that is problematic. We hope Megan remains in a good place mentally.